Tonight on SportsDesk, back in Blacksburg, our In the Trenches crew previews Saturday's matchup against Virginia Tech.
And later, 1-2 punch, how one young boxer is breaking down the walls of the ring one punch at a time.
And finally, shoot-around spellout. One Canes hooper takes on the Hurricane Hangtime crew in a friendly competition.
All this and more,
SportsDesk starts
right now.
I'm Ed Reed, and you're watching SportsDesk.
Hi, I'm Nick Davidson. You're watching SportsDesk.
Hi, I'm Jim Kelly, former guy. You're watching SportsDesk.
I'm Jalen Phillips, and you're watching SportsDesk.
I am Michael, the Playmaker Urban. You are watching SportsDesk.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the last episode of SportsDesk for the semester. I'm Carter Lutz.
And I'm Manny Nacarado. Thank you for joining us for this special hour-long edition of SportsDesk. And Carter, Miami's got a big matchup against Virginia Tech, big ACC implications and potential playoff implications.
Only 2 games left in the football season. Got to make it count. But last Saturday was the final home game of the year for Canes football. And on senior night, Miami lit up the scoreboard. Let's head to Hard Rock Stadium for the highlights. Starting in the first quarter, and with a guy who's really stepped up recently, that's Keelan Marion. Streaking down the left sideline, has a step, makes a beautiful catch. Miami got 3 on this drive, gave them a lead they would not lose. Later in the first, NC State quarterback CJ Bailey, and he's going to give it away. That's Jacoby Thomas, a shining star on this defense for Miami, transferred from Tennessee. A little peace sign at the end, punches his way in the end zone, one of 2 interceptions on the day for Thomas. And now a little trickery in the second quarter. Malachi Tony, former high school quarterback star, finds JoJo Trader, gets Miami inside the 5-yard line. We'll now skip ahead to the second half. Carson Beck looking, goes to the right side, finds his tight end, Elijah Lofton, who stumbles his way in. First touchdown of the season for Lofton. And finally, one of the plays of the day, true freshman Joshua Moore. Go up and get it, why don't you? Megatron-esque from the true freshman Miami. A-plus effort in this one. They go on to beat NC State 41-6. Great stats from the Canes. Keelan Marion, Gerard Pringle with massive games.
Off that dominant win, Miami is now 13th in the nation, and to keep their playoff hopes alive, they have to take care of business over in Blacksburg, Virginia. Our In the Trenches crew is live in studio with how they can come out on top. Guys?
Welcome back to In the Trenches. I'm your host, Jaden Kohi, joined by analyst Luca Mucciardi. Luca, the Canes are coming off a dominant win 41-7 against NC State last weekend. Right now, they're in Blacksburg getting ready for Virginia Tech tomorrow. What can they look forward to?
Well, Virginia Tech, Jaden, is one of these teams that loves to run the ball. It starts with their running backs, and the way that they're able to get some space is through some unique pre-snap formations. They're able to move guys around. You're going to see right here, they're going to move the tight end outside the block, and I'd rather move the tight end inside, move a lineman outside. That has them 4th in the ACC in rushing. And then Kyron Drones, their quarterback, is actually the 2nd leading rusher on this team. How about 578 yards on the ground for him as the gunslinger and 9 scores. Miami's going to have to deal with a very, very potent rushing attack for Virginia Tech this weekend. Going to see how they can fare.
But last weekend, they had a really nicely balanced game between offense and defense. What do you think made them so successful?
Well, I think the guy that made them very successful was this man right here, Gerard Pringle. 17 touches, 116 yards against the Wolfpack. A touchdown in 4 out of his 5 appearances this season. A guy that was expected to redshirt, and instead, he's going to stay out there, 4-star recruit. And now, when you take a look at some of his highlights from last week, he's able to bust through the hole as a smaller frame back. He's even able to cut outside, make men miss. He's an elite level runner. And now they're going to get Mark Fletcher Jr. back, the Canes. He's been out since that SMU game. I'm really excited to see if this is going to be a 2-headed or 3-headed monster in the backfield this weekend for Miami.
Well, let's find out. Taryn Jacobs and Ashley Freeland join us live in Blacksburg to tell us more. Guys, now that they are on the road, how can they keep that energy going?
Jaden, we are live at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia for the Miami-Virginia Tech game tomorrow at noon.
And we're going to play a fun little game we like to call quick snaps. Now, quarterback Carson Beck for the Canes has been consistent all season. What is he going to do tomorrow for the Canes?
Well, Ashley, all I have to say is that Beck is back. We saw it last week. He was 21 for 27 in pass completions. And yes, we all remember those 4 interceptions that he threw against Louisville, but in 3 of the last 4 games, no interceptions, and only interceptions in that SMU game. He cannot let that away crowd get to him. But speaking of Carson Beck, he cannot do what he does without that O-line.
No, he cannot, but that O-line is a powerhouse for the Canes, and they really listen to Mirabal and Shannon Dawson. They keep Beck upright. They give room for the running backs to run the way Shannon Dawson likes them to. And, you know, Carson Beck extends the play in the pocket because the O-line makes that possible. But they're going up against Virginia Tech's defense tomorrow. What are they like?
Well, Virginia Tech's defense should be no problem for them. This is a defense that lets up 30 points per game on average. The Canes should rip right through that. But speaking of defense, Miami's defense has been their strong point all season.
That's true. All I have to say is Bade and Mesidor, and then of course Kobe Thomas with all of his picks. I mean, that defense is really doing amazing things under Jason Taylor and Corey Heatherman.
For sure, but that's all the time we have for you guys today.
Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Now, Luca, looking ahead for the last time this semester, what should the Canes keep in mind?
Yeah, the last Luca's looks of the semester of the football season. Let's take a look at the keys to beating the Hokies this weekend. First off, it's going to be keep Drones in the pocket. I told you he was able to run. Got to keep him between the tackles. Then it's going to be safe special teams. Virginia Tech is extremely good at getting blocks, at forcing turnovers on special teams. And then finally, one game at a time, get a win this weekend, and then worry about Pittsburgh.
Absolutely, and that's all the time we have for In the Trenches. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Football is just as much of a mental game as it is a physical one. Our very own MK Eason brings us a story about how one football player uses his football brain inside the classroom.
Adam Booker is UM's long snapper, a unique position that plays a crucial role in a game of football.
There's a stat that if a punt gets blocked, the other team has a 90% chance of winning the game. So, I mean, think about how important that is. Like, the punt's the most vital play in football, honestly. If I mess up, you know, we lose the game. But no, long snapping, you're kind of flying under the radar, which I like it. It's nice.
Adam didn't start playing until late into high school, but the position opened up a door to collegiate athletics for him at UNC Charlotte before he transferred to Miami for his senior season.
So I went up there one weekend, met the coach, and he was like, "We got you a spot if you want it." And I was like, "Absolutely." He took it right away.
Not only does Adam devote his time to football, but he juggles college athletics with a difficult major, mechanical engineering.
I'm getting my master's in sports engineering here too, so I want to get into biomechanics, you know, how to make the body move more efficiently, faster, stuff like that with athletes.
Balancing an engineering major as a full-time athlete seems like it would be a difficult task, but the University of Miami makes it possible for Adam to achieve all of his goals.
That's kind of what I wanted when I came here. I knew it had to be. I like to say I have the best backup plan on the team if the NFL doesn't work out.
With everything Adam juggles daily, from football to academics, faith is the center of it all. Despite growing up in the church, college is when he began to grow in his faith.
My freshman year was when my kicker started influencing me a little bit in that. But just trying to focus on the word and leaning on to God instead of having anxiety on the field, because I was a mess as a freshman. I gave my life to Christ that December. And so that was a huge changing point in my life, you know.
Adam was involved with FCA at UNC Charlotte and joined the FCA leadership at Miami when he got here in January.
No matter what I go through in life, I can't come close to what Job had to go through, and his trust never wavers. It's just really inspiring.
Those people will have your back, and it's good to be able to, you know, vent and talk about stuff with them and rely in finding ways to combat that sin with your Bible.
Looking ahead, Adam hopes to play in the NFL, but for now, he's taking in the experience of playing at the U.
I don't know if there's any other program in the country that has as much swag as Miami does. I mean, you look at these rafters in here and you see all these Hall of Famers. I mean, a ton of NFL Hall of Famers back there, but there's so much history here, you know. People dream of playing for the U. At Miami, we're at the top. You know, everyone wants to be here, and I think everyone wants to win here and compete here as well.
Mackenzie Eason, UMTV.
Thanks, MK. Coming up on Sports Desk, we're live at the Knight Sports Complex as Miami Volleyball takes on Duke. We'll be right back.
like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
It was senior night last week at Hard Rock, and today it's senior night at the night, as Canes volleyball tries to bounce back and take down the Blue Devils. Our reporter Dylan Davis is live at the game. Dylan, how can Miami send their seniors off with a win?
Thanks, Manny. I'm here at the Knight Sports Complex, where tonight is a very special night. It's senior night, and there's 5 seniors that are going to be honored for helping to pave a way for this Miami volleyball team. Not only that, but the Canes are ranked number 14 in the nation right now after coming off of a 5-set loss against number 7 Louisville last Sunday. The Canes have a great chance to bounce back against this Duke volleyball team tonight. And speaking of athletes that are paving the way for a program, I had the chance to talk to students who are not only learning how to play soccer on the field, but also learning how to write poetry in the classroom. Take a look.
At first glance, this looks like any after-school soccer game. But what's happening here is about much more than just playing the game. In Miami-Dade County, more than half of public school students grades 3 to 10 read below grade level. That literacy gap is worse in underdeserved communities, and it's one of the challenges that Miami Scores sets out to address.
Each week, a school does 2 days a week in the classroom doing poetry, 3 days a week doing soccer, and every Friday is a game day for them as well.
Soccer offers a place where kids feel part of a team. When practice ends, these students trade their cleats for pencils and start writing poems.
I like writing poems, especially rhyme poems. I like rhyming. I don't know why. It just sounds cool. And I like hanging around my friends. It helped me learn so that I can do anything that I want. Just be careful what you think before you do.
Here at Miami Scores, it's not just about how you play the game. It's also about what you have to say. These students head inside the classroom to write poetry, taking the lessons they learn on the field to the lessons that they learn in life.
Community support plays a big role in making this program possible, and parents and families say they see the impact every day.
My favorite part is just watching the little young girls having a great time and, putting forth effort.
The program's impact is clear in the students' growth. In 2024 alone, Miami Scores served more than 250 Title I youth across 6 schools.
And this is our second year teaming up with the Miami Scores program, which is super amazing because it actually gives the students an opportunity to develop leadership and creativity through soccer and poetry. 2 of the most unlikeliest combinations, but what we've found is that the students are really, really excelling in teamwork, collaboration, their leadership ability, and their creativity in and off the field, especially with the poetry component.
Through the power of sports and a little bit of poetry, Miami Scores is helping students write their own future. For UMTV, I'm Dylan Davis.
Thanks, Dylan. A cross-country record leads our O Sports Roundup, plus a breakdown of swim and dive, tennis, and more. Take it away, guys.
What's up, Hurricanes? Welcome to the semester's final edition of the O Sports Roundup. I'm Liam Hickey.
And I'm Sarah Landau. Last week, Hurricanes volleyball suffered a heartbreaking 5-set loss to the number 7 ranked Louisville Cardinals. While Miami took the first 2 sets, Louisville got a burst of energy late in the second half to seal the deal. And while the Canes did lose that match, Flor Marie Heredia Colon broke her own record for kills in a match, and both Colon and Ariana Rodriguez won ACC honors as well. Tonight will be a big test for the Canes as they face off against Duke for their senior night tonight at 7. Liam, tell us about swim and dive.
Freshman Mateo Santoro and veteran Bella Goldstrand picked up ACC diving honors over the weekend at the Texas Invitational. Santoro was named the ACC Men's Diver of the Week, while Goldstrand was crowned as the Women's Co-Diver of the Week alongside Duke's Kira Liu. Santoro, a 19-year-old Olympian, won the 1-meter springboard event, while Goldstrand took home first place at the 3-meter springboard. Swim and Dive continues its title defense tonight in Iowa, but Sarah, staying in the South, how did Miami's runners fare in Alabama over the weekend?
Last Friday, Hurricanes cross country took a little trip to Huntsville, Alabama, where they competed in the NCAA South Regional Championships. Graduate student Colton Morris etched his name in the Miami record books for the men's 10K, clocking just under 31 minutes and 5 seconds. This is 25 seconds faster than the previous record set in 2013. While this is their last meet for the semester, the team looks forward to keeping their momentum from now until next season. Liam, serve us up some news on the tennis courts.
Senior Antonio Pratt fell in the first round of the NCAA Singles Championships on Tuesday. In his 4 years at the U, this was Pratt's first time earning a bid to the national tournament. Miami Tennis will continue its season in January at the start of its spring campaign.
That'll do it for the O Sports Roundup. Back to you.
Thanks, guys. A Miami Soccer League is bringing people together on and off the field with a tournament that's more than just scoring goals. Nearly 85 players hit the field on Sunday afternoon for a special Friendsgiving soccer tournament hosted by an organization named Play. Each player's $20 entry fee went directly to Fútbol con Corazón, a nonprofit that uses soccer to support youth and strengthen community bonds. Each team sported a unique name such as respect, leadership, and resilience, which stood for each of the FCC's core values.
It really means this. I mean, celebrating the culture, like despite what language you speak or where you're from, or even if it's your first week in Miami, which we've had some players, you could come, show up, and play and have a good time and just meet people.
Players say that growing connections with others in their culture is what makes these events so meaningful. Organizers hope to expand the tournament and its impact across Miami.
Up next on Sports Desk, the gloves are on. Gio Alonso steps in the ring on this edition of Off the Bench.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Dance, gymnastics, soccer, all typical sports that young girls decide to get involved with. But this 10-year-old is paving her own path. Our reporter Taryn Jacobs shares the story.
At 10 years old, Mia's life looks a lot like anyone else's her age, hanging out with friends and family, going to school, and playing with her furry little friend.
I actually do like chorus, and I sing, and I love to play with my dog.
But behind all the typical fun, a different world comes alive. Gloves pounding bags, feet shuffling on the mat, and guys of all ages taking some of their daily anger out.
Sometimes it's a little bit busier than others. Sometimes I do more work special with her one-on-one.
So when I first introduced boxing to Mia, she was like, absolutely not. The thought of that was like, that's for boys, that's scary. To be honest, she did not have an athletic bone in her body.
But Mia Victoria Perez, aka MVP, has found a passion within the sport of boxing after starting just over a year ago, inspired by her favorite movie and one of the most iconic sports movies, Rocky.
My name is Baby, Rocky Bacteria, Double Victoria Prince.
That I thought that she was either going to throw up or faint and then never go back. But she left there saying, I'm ready to go back and do it again. So that's when I realized on the very first day that she already had this passion for boxing.
And she's not just boxing every day after school. Mia's daily routine starts early, as in 5:30 a.m. early, with cold plunges, conditioning, and non-stop training, creating unmatched discipline.
I mean, she impressed me every day, but just come in and show up, you know, early and try to give the best out of her. That's, like I said, that's not something common that you see every day, especially on a girl at that age.
She just always feels like I can do this and I can do better. And failure really only makes her want to try even harder.
And that discipline has transformed Mia from shy and timid to confident and driven.
Like she's becoming like a young woman. You know, she starts with a little girl, now she's walking into the gym, she'll go, you know, person to person, say hi to her. So people's skills have gone up.
Yeah, I've like definitely become more social and stuff, and I used to be really shy, and now I have self-defense and I can do anything.
And all that work is already paying off. Mia is a state junior Olympic champion and ranks #2 in her age group nationally.
I know that all the days I don't want to go, it'll pay off and I'll become a champion one day.
And she is inspiring the next generation of female boxers.
I just want to open doors for other girls and see that it's like you could put anything you want to do, like you just have to work for it. The goal is to go to the Olympics and become professional. So.
Mia is only 10, but she's already making her mark, proving that heart and hard work are what really matter in the ring. Taryn Jacobs, UMTV.
Thanks, Taryn. And staying in the ring, far from an MVP, Giovanni Alonso got a chance to see for himself if he can roll with the punches on this edition of Off the Bench.
All right, Gio, you're looking good. Keep those hands up.
Yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself here. Well, for you to understand, we got to rewind a little bit. Whoa, not that far back. How about we start right here? Before I could earn my place as the non-Italian stallion, I was gonna have to learn the basics.
What's your boxing experience?
Let's go with minimal.
Minimal boxing. That's okay.
Once the bets got warm, I had to get in on the action.
Gio, let's pick it up where we left off.
Okay.
So we're talking about the jab. The jab is the most important punch in boxing.
Try to punch it right from here. Just go straight and twist. Oh, so go straight from here.
Yeah.
Boom.
So think about it like a rubber band, right? You throw one out, the second you want to do anything with this has got to come back.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. That 4 was good.
They say I'm making good progress. I am so tired, and I'm already sweating. All we've done is work punches, and I'm already sweating. After finishing up on the pads, it was time to get some work in on the bag.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice explosion from the back hip. 1, 2, and then that 3. You're kind of getting in a little more.
After getting a 2-minute defensive lesson, so boom, boom. It was time for the moments of truth.
But generally we say around, yo, you're looking good, keep those hands up. Remember some of the combos we taught you. Push it up. This round. Woo! Timer, that's the bell, that's the bell.
That's all the time we had today with UM Club Boxing. I got a little bit of new swag, a little bit of new gear on, but that's all for today. I'm Gio Alonso, and I just took you guys in the field and off the bench. Oh no.
Thanks, Gio. From the boxing ring to the seas, Sophia Mazza brings us a couple of rowers for this week's Athlete of the Week. Sophia?
Hey Canes fans, welcome back to this week's Athlete of the Week. I'm Sophia Mazza, and today I'm joined by 2 Canes rowers, Mia Papano and Holly Pritchard. Hey guys, how are you?
Hi,
Good.
thanks
How
for
are you
having
doing?
us.
Yes.
Of course, I'm good. So first, rowing's an extremely mental sport. How do you guys stay locked in even through the tough days?
For me, I always make a plan. Like when I know I have an erg test coming up, I like to go into my coaches and like make a plan of exactly how I want that piece to go and how I want to execute it. That way I can't get ahead of myself and I know exactly what to expect when I go into it.
I agree about not getting ahead of yourself. I think that's an incredibly important thing to remember when you're rowing, because it's at the end of the day, it's one stroke at a time. And I think during each erg piece, even I will take the time to count each stroke or talk myself through it, talk myself, send me down to 1 minute, send me down to 2 minutes, you know, like just talk yourself through each step, and that is what keeps you going, because at the end of the day, I always say it's gonna come to an end, you just have to get yourself there.
For sure. I think a lot of people don't think about that aspect of rowing, and it's so important.
So important.
And then what are goals that each of you have for, your upcoming season?
Well, we're going to go to the Henley next summer, so I really would love to go as a senior. I really want to be able to go there and represent the University of Miami on a national level. So that's one of my goals. But then as a team, I think I really want to see us have a better seeding at ACCs.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really interesting environment to come into as a freshman. I think there's a lot of changes that are being made to the team and a lot of changes that the freshmen themselves are bringing in. So I think it's just super important to come in with a positive mentality, come in ready to lift the team up and kind of start and uphold this new team culture that each of us are trying to bring in. And, I think personally for me, it's about just seeing what we can do together as a team, trying to push all the girls above me and next to me and below me to, be their best and just kind of move as one and, become more cohesive.
That's awesome. Well, I wish you guys so much luck. Thank you so much for your time today. That's all for this week's Athlete of the Week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sophia. And coming up on Sports Desk, I'll bring you the details about how one local high school employee is making a difference. This and more after the break. But first, it's time for some trivia. Pickleball has grown popular in Miami due to its accessibility and social environment. But when was pickleball introduced to the university? Was it A, 2019, B, 2021, C, 2023, or D, 2024? The answer when we return. Stay with us.
All right, Carter. It's time for a call to the bullpen.
Hey,
Gotta
man,
get out of
ask for
here.
anything
Shane
better,
McDonald,
man.
come on in.
What a performance.
All right, good second half. Good second half. Man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on now. Come on now. What are we doing? This is going to be great.
Highlights.
It's going to be
Gonna
awesome.
talk hang time, some hoops.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
Of course I've thought about it, but there's all this stuff in the way.
Oh, you're not kidding.
The house, the kids are going to college.
My new car.
Car? You bought a new car?
Oh, hey, you should meet my friend Avo. Avo's a retirement coach. He'll help get you started.
But what does Avo tell you to do?
You don't know? Focus on your future. Your goals can still be met.
But how?
Target your tomorrow. And use the Avo bet.
You sing?
Not really. A is for taking action. Start off with a plan.
You built these letters?
Yep. V is for variety. There's so many ways you can.
I follow you.
Come on. O's for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice sign.
Thanks, I made it myself.
Cool.
Thanks for staying with Sports Desk. If you guessed C, then you're correct. Canes Pickleball was founded by alumni Brian Kanzer in 2023 to create a fun and inclusive environment for students to learn and play the sport.
And welcome back to the SportsDesk hour-long special. In for Carter Lutz, I'm Shay McDonald.
And we got a great second half of the show. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, and so Carter's over in Studio C getting ready to talk some NBA basketball, but Canes basketball last night had themselves quite a showing.
Yeah, that's right, Shay. Canes basketball was live in the Watsco Center, and coming off a tough loss to the defending national champions, the Florida Gators, the Hurricanes rose from the ashes against the Elon Phoenix last night. Let's head over to Watsco for the highlights. All right, Miami versus the Phoenix here at Watsco Center. We got Dante Allen getting it to Shelton Henderson for three, and bang, it's going to open up the three-point scoring for the Hurricanes. And now we have the steal from Henderson up to Trey Donaldson, and he's going to make the nice filet finish at the bucket. Miami taking control of the game here, and now we got Malik Renew he's going to get it off the back iron here, and it's going to be a slam. That's True Washington with the dunk. Miami coming off a strong win here. Getting to there. Now we got Dante Allen getting it to Malik Renew, and that's the easy layup. That's been there all night for Renew. And here's Dante Allen, and it's going to get up to True Washington, and he's going to find inside, and that's Renew again. Loses the basketball and then gets it in for an and one, and that's going to be all she wrote. Miami's going to take this win here over Elon 99-72, and what a great way for Miami to get back into the win column. And True Washington with a great game, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and Malik Renew 19.6 rebounds, 4 assists. Amazing performance from Canes basketball.
And coming off that big win last night, our Hurricane Hang Time crew got a chance to take to the court with one member of the men's team for a game of horse, or should I say Canes. Guys?
We are here with your favorite Hurricane Hang Time squad. I'm your host, MK Eason, and I'm here with Tucker Kinney and Aiden Scanlon. Today we're going to be interviewing the basketball player and social media star Jordan Key while we play a game of horse, Canes.
We're going to start off easy. Left hand layup.
What is your favorite pregame snack?
Probably like some Gushers. That's C right there.
What is your favorite TikTok song right now and your favorite dance partner on the team?
Ernest and JJ and Trey. I mean, all them like to come in and dance with. Oh, yeah, C-A-N, C-A, and C-A-N. Let's do something easy for y'all. Right hand layup.
What would you say has been kind of the best thing you've learned from Coach Lucas so far? Obviously, it's his first season. What has been the best thing you've learned from him so far?
I look at him as like a mentor, and just to improve my game, like what I'm doing wrong, and just, you know, he was a point guard too, so I would want to learn from here. He comes from a good background, and just picking his brain, just getting a lot of tips. There we go.
Yeah, all right.
Ball game.
Good job.
Thanks for tuning in for our final episode of Hurricane Hang Time for the semester. Make sure you tune in next semester. And today we were joined by Jordan Key. Go Canes.
Go Canes.
Thanks, guys. For many, getting the job done means waking up in the morning and getting to work on time. But for one Doral resident, he has turned his 9 to 5 into something much more.
Okay, we need to do the chairs for the game.
Christopher Perez, by all accounts, is your normal high school employee.
I deliver copy papers. I get asked if I need anything, so like, you know, help a teacher out, help a staff out, or anybody out.
Or at least that's his day job. Christopher, better known as Spidey, has made a name for himself on social media, making trick shots at Doral Academy Preparatory School, with over 17,000 followers across social media platforms and 1 million likes on TikTok. But to understand why Spidey does this, we have to start from the beginning.
My sister and I came from Romania, and here we are today, and what have you. And since I was adopted, I wanted to bring peace to people around me.
A peace and positivity Spidey spreads to the world, one trick shot at a time.
He's very positive.
He's always trying to get everybody up and at him. He's never down. See somebody's down, hey, what's the matter, what's up? And try to talk to him and try to encourage. And he's got the biggest heart in the world. Sometimes I say his heart doesn't fit inside his chest, but somehow it shrinks and he gets it in there.
And it's that kindness that has made an impact on the Doral Academy community.
I think Spidey's contribution to the school is that he not only brings energy, but he brings this sense of hope and respect that isn't brought everywhere. It's something that makes Doral because walking through the halls and seeing Spidey is just something that makes your day and makes walking to class even funner.
Oh, good to see you guys. Good to see you, my boy.
And Spidey hopes to continue to inspire those who had similar beginnings.
This is why I put my stuff there for my people. So, you can be adopted and still do trick shots. You can be adopted and still be kind. You can be adopted and still be the best version of yourself, because you have to. What else do you can't let the past win. Now you got, look what's in front of you, your future. I always wear my sunglasses for a reason. I wear my sunglasses for a reason, because your future is bright.
And with National Adoption Day coming up this weekend, Spidey hopes to continue to spread joy and kindness and prove to those that being adopted does not make up your whole story. Rather, it's a part of your story and your bright future.
Thanks, Manny. It's early in the NBA season, but on head-to-head, it's never too early to predict who's going to take it all home. Let's send it over to Studio C with Mac, Dylan, and as I said earlier, Carter. Guys?
Thanks, Shay, and welcome to the first live episode of Head to Head this season. As always, I'm your host, Matt Keegan, joined for the final time by your debate specialist, Dylan Grodner. And making his way from Studio B to Studio C is your SportsDesk anchor, Carter Lutz. Thank you guys for joining us. We have a great debate ahead of you guys. The OKC Thunder is the NBA's evil empire. But there are some teams out there that can give them a run for their money and maybe even win the whole thing. Dylan, who do you think could get it done?
Well, Mac, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are an amazing team, and they just came off the finals and playing great. But I think the real team to beat is the Los Angeles Lakers. Do me a favor and bring up their stats really quick. You have Luka Doncic, who's playing like the MVP of the league. You have Austin Reeves, who's playing like the most improved player of the league, averaging 28.5 and almost 8 assists per game. And let's not forget about their newest addition, DeAndre Ayton. May I say, he is dominating. And that's right. He was playing pretty bad in the last few years of his career, but he picked that all back up with Luka Doncic at the helm. Luka Doncic has elevated every single center that he has played with, and he's doing that exact same thing to DeAndre Ayton. And let me not forget, the greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James, just came back from injury, averaging in his last game back, he had a double-double, averaging 11 points and 12 assists per game. That's right. Luka Doncic relieves all that stress from LeBron James. He's an old player, a vet, but Luka Doncic opens up the whole floor for him, making it so much easier. And this is a lethal, dynamic duo we're going to see between the two of them, making everyone on their team better. Rui Hachimura, averaging 48% from three. Austin Reeves, playing like a breakout candidate, maybe all-star this year. They are a phenomenal team, and they are my team to beat.
Carter, what do you think?
I got to give Luka Doncic his flowers because he's been unbelievable this season. And there's a lot of factors that go into a championship team, but there's only one answer to that. Say it with me now. Detroit basketball. Yeah, that's right. The 13-2 Detroit Pistons are going to win the NBA championship. Maybe I'm a little bit early on it. It's a young team, but it starts with the dynamic duo of Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Cade Cunningham has needed a true number two. He finally has that with Mr. Jalen Duren, who's been absolutely outstanding, throwing down lobs from Cade Cunningham as well as leading the floor defensively. Not to mention a couple other guys on this team, Asar Thompson. We talk about taking the leap with these young players in the NBA. Jalen Duren's taking the leap. Cade Cunningham, you could say, is even taking a leap from last season. And then you also got guys like Asar. And look who's throwing that lob up there. Dennis Jenkins. You ever heard of Dennis Jenkins? No, but he's averaging over 10 points per game. He's starting games for this Pistons team, and it just says so much about the culture. Been watching this team for a long time, and in sports, sometimes it just feels a little bit different. I think this franchise is heading in the right direction. It feels a little bit different, and they remind me a lot of OKC in the West, like the Eastern Conference.
The Pistons are a very new roster. I feel like they brought in a lot of pieces. Same with the Lakers. Do you think that they have the team to win this year, though?
This year, they've surprised me, and that's why I'm going to keep the door open for them. 13-2 coming out the gate. I didn't expect it. They look better than I even expected them to be after a solid year last year, so I'm going to say yes. The sky's the limit.
I got one word for you. No, definitely not. They are way off. They're not even the best team in the East. You're playing against teams like the Cavs and the Knicks, who you bring up the bigs and their defense. Who's their power forward? Tobias Harris. They're playing against those two teams who have the double big duos. You have Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns on the Knicks. You have Jarrett Allen and the former Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Mobley on the Cavs. How are they going to stop those guys?
Listen, if there's one word to describe the Detroit Pistons, it's physical. And down low in the front court, they can bang with the big men in the East. And I'll tell you one thing, the Cavaliers, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, they don't want to see Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren in the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now, they don't.
You know what, to make that case even worse, imagine seeing LeBron James and Luka Doncic in the playoffs. It's that much scarier. And they also brought back a former Defensive Player of the Year in Marcus Smart, who's averaging 2 steals per game. He's really playing like a comeback player of the year, and I think that team is the team to beat. They have a great starting 5 with a pretty solid bench as well. So I think, watch out for the Lakers.
Do you have any final thoughts, Carter?
I would say the thing about the Lakers that scares me, and it scared me in years past, it's the front court. DeAndre Ayton, you mentioned him. I don't think he can be down low in the playoffs with centers like Chet Holmgren, Nikola Jokic. That's where I draw the line with the Lakers. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, I guess we will. It is a very long season. You guys had some great points, but I'm afraid that is all the time that we have for this edition of Head to Head. And I just want to take a quick moment just to thank both of you for all of the contributions that you've made for making this program so great. I think that you guys have really grown as broadcasters, debaters, and it's been really great to see. Shay, right back to you.
Thanks, guys. Up next on SportsDesk, we go live to the yards in Hialeah to see how one group of Canes are pushing the game forward.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents.
You think you created family out of characters?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take that, make it into a song.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Where you at? On the way out. In my head, in my head, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Social media might have taken a week off, but the social teams for Canes Athletics never sleep. And Johnny Muschin has, as always, has it all. Johnny?
Oh man, I am super excited to see all the amazing content that Miami Hurricane social media has for us. Oh, that's really bad. Are these actual posts from the university? Okay, well, I guess I might as well match their energy for this episode. Welcome back, everyone, to a special $90,000 episode of Behind the Post. I'm Johnny Muschin, and I'm your host. Now, even though the school might not be trying their best on social media, Canes football is definitely trying their hardest on the gridiron. Jacoby Thomas was just named Defensive Player of the Week for his insane performance against the Wolfpack. And with it being the last game at Hard Rock just last week, you already know the Canes had to light up South Florida with some energy.
Show up, show out, turn it out. Y'all got me? Here we go. D-line on me, D-line.
Today, in the final home game of the season, North Carolina State meets the Miami Hurricanes from Hard Rock Stadium.
Here we go. Game time on me, game time on me. 1, 2, 3, game time.
That win against the Wolfpack was truly a special one, but it did something a little unusual to our friend Sebastian the Ibis. It's almost like he has 2 wolves inside his head,
fighting for control.
And speaking of our favorite Ibis, it was just his birthday. Canes Hoops celebrated our Hall of Famer by throwing him a rockin' birthday party with some of Sebastian's best friends. Now, it's a very emotional day for me because after this episode, I only have one more season here on SportsDesk. And for the past year, I've been incredibly lucky to take such a wonderful trip around Hurricane social media with all of you. What do we say, everyone?
Thank you.
Oh my God, you're so kind. You're so sweet. Oh my God. So, always remember, if you ever have a hunger for Cane social media, I'll be right beside you feeding you all the latest. I'm Johnny Mushton, and thank you for letting me take all of you behind the post. Back to you.
Thank you, Johnny. It's been the year of pickleball with the game taking off all around the country, and one group of Canes has showcased that right here in South Florida. Zachary Del Nodal is live at the Yards pickleball facility. Zach, how big has the paddle game gotten?
Yeah, Shay, last week it was tennis. This week it's the new but familiar kid on the block. It's pickleball. I got to talk to some people who are continuing their passion for the paddle. Over the last several years, pickleball has grown to be one of the most popular recreational sports in South Florida. But as time goes on, its players prove that the sport still has the momentum to grow and fill some much higher class shoes.
There was about 20 people at our first practice. Barely anyone came out. From semester to semester, as pickleball got a lot more popular, we started to see more people coming out to open plays, just asking when can we play with you guys. The growth of Canes pickleball has enabled Ava and the team to look to a future of competing at the highest level, working harder than ever to bring the team up to the competitive standards of collegiate pickleball.
We started off on a 4-person team, and it kind of turned into this big traveling team that's 12 people that come out to every tournament, and now we're at a level where we have to do tryouts because everyone that wants to come play, like, we can't take everybody. This passion for pickleball extends far beyond the campus perimeter and has even started taking swings at much more pre-established racket sports. I have been playing at all the tennis facilities all over Miami, but now they're like either completely gone pickleball or they've gone half pickleball, like Tropical Park, the Biltmore. And it is this demand for pickleball that has allowed for full ground-up businesses to sprout up in local communities. Places like these are banking on pickleball to continue attracting new players for years to come.
Since you could rent, you just play on your own time, play with your own friends, so no pressure. You get to learn the game, practice however you want, play however you want. It just keep it fun and casual.
The Yards host several indoor courts and other amenities, making it a welcoming environment for the experienced and uninitiated.
Cater to the beginners, because there's a lot more beginners than good players. So open plays of beginner level people, you know, it's very easy on the body, and it's not a hard sport to get good at.
But for Ava and Canes pickleball, this increase in investment means more partnerships and opportunities.
We've worked with a local organization called Sebastian Strong, which raises money for pediatric cancer.
As more people continue to find their home with Canes pickleball and more places to play open up in the community, it's safe to say the sport has earned its spot with the best and will only continue to climb. UMTV. Canes Pickleball just partnered with the Butler Center for their holiday drive. Ava and the team are hoping the continued growth of pickleball will allow for even better partnerships in the future. Live from Hialeah for UMTV, I'm Zachary Dunlodal. Back to you, Manny.
Thanks, Zach. With the World Cup right around the corner, we go live to Studio C where Annika Alves is joined by Aiden Scanlan and Luca Mucciardi to go around the world and point out their favorites from each region. Guys?
Hey Canes, welcome back to this week's edition of The Huddle. As always, I'm your host, Annika Alves, and today we're going to be talking about the 2026 World Cup, specifically a top team in each of the regions competing now that 42 out of the 48 countries have qualified as of this week. Joining me today is going to be Luca Mucciardi and Aiden Scanlan. Thank you guys so much for joining.
No, happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Of course. All right, let's get right into it. Super easy, right? CONCACAF. USA.
Let's do it.
I fear we got to get right into it.
I think we need the marker out for this one.
I think we'll get right into it with the U.S. I know Pochettino had some worries, but I think the USA is going to figure it out. Obviously, right in the midst of the American summer, you got to show that patriotism. I'm taking USA.
You got to love this team. I mean, led by Christian Pulisic, of course, Captain America, and they bring in some great players. Folarin Balogun, switching from England to the U.S. Tim Weah, Weston McKennie. This is a really fun roster, and it's going to be playing at home.
Yeah, it's a top-tier team. Home field advantage. I love it.
I love it.
All right, let's get right into Asia. Who do you guys think?
I'll let you take this one.
Out of Asia, there's tough. So you could say Korea, but I'm going to make the argument. Project Blue Lock, here we go. Give me Japan. I think Japan has the unsung heroes to make a deep run in the World Cup.
I gotta love it. I mean, Kyra Matoma from Brighton. He's been a bright spot last World Cup, I should say. He had that assist against Spain that helped them get a win in the group stage.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's one of those game-breaking players, and I think he's going to have a really, really great role with this Japanese squad.
Yeah, I mean, Japan is a team to look out for. They've consistently been going to the World Cups. I'm super excited to see how they perform. Obviously, this is quite a stacked region, but we got to move on to Africa. That's kind of an underdog. Like, I feel like they're kind of underrated.
First off, I'm gonna give the shout out to Cape Verde, the second smallest nation to ever make a World Cup. Congratulations to them.
Oh,
There's a lot of fun teams in Africa, guys. Ghana's a fun team. Senegal's a fun team. I'm going Morocco.
I totally agree.
After that last World Cup appearance, they get themselves all the way to the semifinals, led by Achraf Hakimi. I mean, this is just a team with so much young talent. You gotta love what they're doing.
And especially based off of President what they did last year, I think Morocco's really a team you gotta look out for.
Yeah, they didn't lose any qualifying games.
They didn't, and they made it all the way to the semis last year. Like, this is a good team. This is a stacked team.
Absolutely.
Great leadership. All right, so South America. Now, I mean,
I know your answer.
I know, I'm biased. I have family over there, but I gotta say Brazil. Brazil's like fun to watch though, and you've got this is a young team.
I think we can all agree that we can cross Argentina off the board.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the fun one.
Going back to back is incredibly hard. I know for you specifically, I know Paraguay. I know you really wanted to circle that one.
Oh, that's my country right there, man.
You're going to circle that one.
First World Cup since 2010. They beat Argentina and Brazil in qualifiers. We're going to give you Brazil on this one.
Yeah, and we've got Vinny, like, Jr., you've got Rafinha. This is a young team that, like, I think they're going to have the chemistry, and they're fun to watch. They dance.
And they play with that Jenga ball that Brazil is so passionate about, that they love that free-flowing style of play. You got to love what they're doing over there.
100%. All right, so we've got Europe. There's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of good teams for Europe, so we're going to each give our picks. Aiden,
I'm going to start off. A real dark horse. We knocked the U.S. out last year. I think you got to go with the Dutch.
Yeah.
Love the orange. It's code orange here in the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Just a well-balanced team. You got the veteran leadership with Virgil van Dijk. You got the youth with Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo looked absolutely brilliant in qualifying, so I'm taking the Dutch all the way here in 26.
I'm going to move just a little bit more to the east. I'm going with Germany. Wow. A team that's been grouped in the last 2 World Cups, and I think they figure it out, guys. A team that is going to be a lot different from that 2014 World Cup winning team, but now you get Jamal Musiala, you get Nick Voldemade, and you get Kai Havertz, who was fantastic in the last World Cup, a 2-goal performance against Costa Rica. I think there's just so much young firepower there. I think the Germans, I think they're back. This is it. This is their chance.
This could be their chance. I really like Germany, and I really like the Netherlands. I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to give you England.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
The British.
It's not coming home.
It's
not
no.
the 1960s.
This is not 1966. They didn't do it with Beckham. They didn't do it with Rooney. Why do you think now? What's the difference?
I feel like, their biggest issue last World Cup was that they didn't have a strong defense. They really rebuilt that defense this year, and obviously they have a really good offense. They've got Saka. Saka's been great. Arsenal, great on scoring. He had 3 goals in the World Cup last year. I think England's got a good shot. I think England's got a good shot.
Really fun English squad. Bukayo Saka, you mentioned, he's been fantastic. Jude Bellingham, and then that back line has just been reinforced with some great players. Harry Maguire's playing the best ball of his career.
100%.
I mean, the Europe's just going to be really, really fun.
Europe's going to be great.
Shout out Scotland for that qualification.
Scotland is crazy. Scotland is crazy. But it is all the time that we have for this week's edition of The Huddle. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I've had a blast being the host, and I'm sending it back to you, Shay.
Thanks, guys. Still ahead, how one animal shelter is working with an athlete to get animals adopted, 1 goal at a time.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, baby? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Every year, thousands of animals in South Florida pass through the Humane Society of Broward County. And now the shelter is getting a little bit of help from a big cat. Jacob Lyons tells us how.
Visitors come to the Humane Society of Broward County for the animals, but in late September, they found a bake sale waiting for them in the lobby.
We are more than just an adoption facility. We encourage people to come and visit because every dollar they spend there helps make a difference.
From bake sales to classes, there is always something bringing people through the doors.
On the weekends especially, it looks like the airport here. I mean, we're packed, our rooms are full. We got a lobby full of people, so there's people out there that want pets.
Connecting those people with animals is easy. Reaching everyone else, that takes a little more work.
The Humane Society is always looking to get animals to their forever home, but cats like Daenerys are getting help from a different kind of cat.
And that's where Sam Bennett of the Florida Panthers comes in.
Last year, he started a program with his wife, and for every goal he scored, he would underwrite the adoption fee for a pet. And when we started the program, we were thrilled. We knew he was good, but we didn't realize how good.
Last season, Bennett scored a career-high 40 goals, which quickly turned into 40 pets adopted for free.
The cost of having an animal is so expensive these days that, the adoption fees can be hard for some people as well. We try to keep our prices as good as we can, but you have to provide them with a lot of vaccinations and things.
But covering adoption fees was just the beginning.
Because we created posts on our social media, the Florida Panthers shared them, as well as Sam Bennett and Benny's buddies. So we had people coming in to adopt those pets that might not have necessarily known about the Humane Society of Broward County.
With the Panthers winning back-to-back Stanley Cups, Bennett was able to bring the cup with him, creating even more attention for pet adoption.
We were thrilled that he was able to bring it here to the Humane Society of Broward County, and my dream came true of putting kittens in the Stanley Cup.
And these cute moments on social media is where Benny's Buddies has made its greatest impact.
Our social media is very, it's incredible here, the reach that it has. We've seen it hit other nations, other states.
I always think they're really driving past many other shelters that have similar dogs and cats, but somehow they've made a connection with that video or picture that we've posted, and they need to have that pet.
Share our stuff on social media, get the word out there. We believe every animal deserves a fair shot at finding a home, so adopt, don't shop.
Bennett has scored 4 goals this season, which means Benny's Buddies is once again turning goals into forever homes.
Jacob Lyons, UMTV.
Thanks, Jacob. In a tight Thursday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans, both teams traded game-changing moments. So let's head into NRG Stadium for today's plays of the day. Buffalo taking on Houston in a close primetime one, driving down the field, 4th and 27. Looks like it's hopeless. Josh Allen throwing it short, but whoop, there goes the ball. It's a hook and ladder play to Khalil Shakir. He goes down the sideline for the first down. Impossible odds, and they get the first down. Buffalo look like they can potentially take this one and steal it in the waning seconds of this close game, but Josh Allen gonna drop back. He's looking for a man, but it's to the other team. It's picked off. Caitlin Bullock seals the game with an interception, and the Bills lose another one. Josh Allen looking stunned, and guess what? The New England Patriots, 2 games ahead in the AFC East. I'm a Pats fan, but as a Dolphins fan, I feel like you feel good for a Buffalo loss.
I mean, I'm always happy to see Josh Allen's stupid face so angry at a loss. It was really great to see the Bills lose again. It was awesome.
I mean, it was awesome to see, but you know what else was awesome to see? SportsDesk nominated for another CTA award. I mean, just look what this program has done year after year after year, and once again, they're up for one of the most prestigious awards in all of sports television.
Yeah, there's something to be said for consistency. SportsDesk consistently at the top for the college television. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Miami's looking to claim their 6th title, a CTA award, or 7th.
Might be. I mean, can we bring it back to camera too? Because but yeah, I mean, because one or the other.
One or the other. It's one or the other.
I mean, just the amount of incredible opportunities that we are provided with for coming here and being a part of the show. Think about when we went to Tally, and there was like a whole party of us going down to Tally to go do stuff for SportsDesk and go be a part of that game and all of that environment. And opportunity after opportunity comes through here. It's why this entire TV station program is one of the best in college.
Absolutely, Shay. But that's going to do it for this season and the 29th year of SportsDesk.
Tune in next semester for our 30th anniversary every Friday, same time, same place. But before we go, this is Manny's last time on the desk, so salute to him for being a phenomenal anchor for the show.
Have a good night and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Shay. Thank you.